how have we worked together? You talked a little bit about the collaboration, but can you elaborate a little bit more on how we've been able to take this place and turn it into a three-dimensional environment that you can walk around, and what some of the opportunities of doing that for the first time are?
Well, the movie people, this team of 20 artists, illustrators, draftsmen, and so on, they know, how to deliver the detail. Universal theme parks, their expertise obviously is in generating theme parks, in being able to manage this enormous numbers of guests, and how to make them safe, how to make them enjoy the whole experience. But more than that, I think there's a particular kind of American skill, American virtue. I think theme parks are American, and I think America has a way of just embracing an idea, really going for it, and giving everybody enough and then a little bit more, 110%. I think that isn't a British virtue. I think it is an American virtue. I think so. That kind of collaboration and our two sets of very different skills are making this work in a very exciting way.
Well, I, of course, have more detail on all of this, and I can say that what we are collaborating on is coming out to be an incredibly exciting project. Now, of course, we're talking about the environment, but that's not all that's part of this world. It will be an amazing, immersive, rich, and detail-filled environment, but there's also going to be amazing rides, attractions, experiential shows, shops and restaurants, and we'll be bringing out for the first time ever a spectacular new attraction that will bring the magic and characters and stories of Harry Potter to life in a way never before experienced, capturing the heart and imagination of all of our guests. Capturing that heart and imagination, that's something that we all try to do. You try to do it in the movies. We always try to do it in the theme parks too. Are you having fun doing it? This is a new venture, as you said before. Are you enjoying this? Is it providing some opportunities for you to do things you haven't been able to do before?
It is totally. I'm scared to death, and I'm enjoying it at the same time. But then, I think even making a movie delivers, concerns as well as fulfillment and pleasures, really. So I'm enjoying our collaboration enormously, because there are all sorts of things we couldn't possibly address without the expertise of Universal theme parks. Yeah, that's it, really.
Well, I know it's bringing a lot of challenges, and a lot of times on films we concentrate on, what it looks like, what the camera sees, but less so on what does it feel like, what does it smell like, is it hot, is it cold, those kinds of textural things that we'll be providing in the world that we're building. Now, unfortunately, we're not quite ready to give away all the details behind the magic yet. We have a long way to go to finish the design of this project, but we will be providing those more information as we go in the development of the project. But we do want to hear from you guys a little bit. In a few minutes, we're going to be able to answer your email questions if you send them in live, and we'll want to address those. Let me start off with a question for you. You've been working on Harry Potter from the first movie. Why do you think it is such a successful and such a powerful story and set of characters?
Well, its reach around the world is phenomenal, and what is really intriguing is how the books and therefore the movies are very, very specific. It's European culture. It's not just European culture. It's about British institutions, what we call public schools, but the rest of the world, sorry, we call public schools, the rest of the world call private schools, boarding schools. They're very British institutions, and the manners and the behaviour and so on, very, very specifically, British boarding school. And also the architectural detail, all the detail that I'm interested in, my responsibility, is so specific, so geographically specific. And so the fact that the world is able to find this accessible and relate to it and get pleasure and meaning from it is extraordinary, and a tribute to its great, great power. America is often accused of kind of well, in a way, the Americanization of world culture is the older European nations often complain about. This is the antithesis of that. You know, this is America embracing, as I say, a very specific European culture and making it really accessible, taking it to the world. So it is enormously powerful and surprisingly so, I think.
Yeah, and not just America, but the entire world embraces